The scrimmage the other day, what were your takeaways?
A couple. I'd say number one, it felt like a first scrimmage in terms from a tackling standpoint. And what you can't do as a coach, you can't get business surprises. First time you go live, and all of a sudden you have some misses that way. So it's good correctable stuff and stuff to look on film. But obviously those moments become real gross. You know, if you picture a game day and then some of those missed opportunities. So anyway, that's why you scrimmage them. That's one. I think and then a lot of guys out over the course of camp, and the biggest frustration was guys get opportunities because of that. They don't take advantage of the opportunities, and that happens a little bit as you go back and watch the scrimmage. But our scrimmages, we scrimmage a lot every day. I mean, and we do a lot of game-like deals. We move the ball, so you got to respond to an offense getting the first down. So for our scrimmages, other than the live piece, it's kind of our norm. So you put it in the bank with the other. At that point, I think 8 practices maybe leading up to that. So it's good evaluating. We'll teach, evaluating the kids and then obviously teaching off of it. So I thank God it wasn't a game. Long story short.
Any standouts?
Standouts going back to the scrimmage. I mean, the guy that continues to stand out every day is Tooley. He's a guy that, a couple guys being out, has played, I think, 3 different spots on our defensive line. And, all he does is, lead from the front. All he does is play hard. And so, without question, has been a real standout for Caleb Bullock. Has had some real flash moments in the course of camp, as well as Mekhi Blackman. And there's several others. So, we got to make sure that the rest of the group kind of raises to their level.
How's Dejon Benton doing?
Data has had a really good camp. He showed some flashes in the spring, what does that mean? Does that mean is if you evaluate everybody's best plays, most of these kids can make a highlight film themselves in practice and kind of get mesmerized by it, but that may not be accurate. So. But coming back in the fall, I just thought very more intentional about everything that he does. And I don't want us to, I don't know the call or some of those mental lapses. And he's got some quickness about him and some physicality about him. So when he does it, he shows well. And then what happens with guys like that typically is when they don't, it stands out real clearly too. If you have the quickness and you don't use the quickness, we call that a low fear. So sometimes you got to be careful what you show us because then we expect it all the time. But I've been impressed with him. He's got to really take advantage of the next couple of weeks.
That rush end position is still pretty thin just with injuries. How concerned are you just about some of those guys not maybe getting the reps during camp?
Yeah, I'm very concerned. I'm more concerned for the individuals because you get better being a football player by playing football. And so we don't get these last 2 weeks back. And very quickly we transition into game week, and there's a lot that goes into game week, and what doesn't is a lot of reps. You only get so many. And we try to maximize that. Believe me, we take pride in practicing at a very high level during games. But so that's been disappointing. And I hurt for those guys that they're not able to go. But some other guys have had to step up. And what it has done for us is have to move some checkers around. And so I've trained several guys there. A guy like a Tooley go out there, okay, and he loves standing up. So he's tickled to death by it. But anyway, give him an opportunity to train a few more guys. So that position's got to get shored up here really quick, or it's going to be an interesting first couple of weeks.
What's your initial impression of Eric Gentry?
Very impressed with Eric. You can tell he's played football at our level. The difference between a freshman and a sophomore, there is no greater difference. And then sometimes we minimize that as coaches and expect these high-level high school guys to come in here and be grown men. There's a huge difference between 18 and 19, And so you see that in him. I give him a lot of credit. He didn't have the spring with us. Summer is good. We can do some things. We max out the time that way. But coming out here and picking up as well as he has in a short period of time has been a real bright spot for us. So we're excited to have. They continue to put weight on and some of those things, but it's physical, and we're excited about Eric.
Hopeful that Corey and Romello might be able to get back here soon.
And I hope they hope to be back soon. The football doesn't wait for you. That Saturday's coming. And on they go. So we'll be excited to coach when they get back on the grass.
It seems like
are the gassers regularly scheduled parts of practice?
It is. It is. And so what you got to protect against as a coach is say a bunch of things, put up a PowerPoint, say we're going to do all this. We're going to be the best conditioned defense in the country, and they just hope it happens. And so these camp weeks, are designed to kind of establish who you are and what you are. We don't play a game on Saturday. We're supposed to be sore. And so we take advantage of the opportunity to do some conditioning during this time of year, and the guys have, for the most part, responded to it. And we'll add some additional ones if there's certain moments of practice where we don't feel like running. So it's run during and run after. There's some training there, some awareness training attached to it as well. But no, we do it every day.